Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Tuesday, July 2nd, 2024. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. Hey, if you wake up on Thursday or Friday morning and hear nothing but silence from your favorite podcast app, don't be alarmed. We're going to be taking those 2 days off, but we will still be doing the daily newsletter, but that is in a few days. So we do have news today, so shall we? And every now and then the news is all a bummer, and today it's mostly that. On the evening of June 29th, Anne Arundel County Police responded to a motor vehicle collision at the intersection of Route 2 North and Orchard Avenue in Brooklyn. Officers found 34-year-old Joshua Ray Holland of Curtis Bay, Maryland, suffering from an apparent gunshot wound in the intersection. Holland was transported to shock trauma but later succumbed to his injuries. Witnesses say that a vehicle stopped abruptly at the intersection and an adult male was pushed out of the driver's side front door before the vehicle fled the scene. The vehicle was later found near Old Riverside Road and Arundel Road. The investigation is ongoing, and Anne Arundel County detectives are asking anyone with any information to contact them at 410-222-4731, or you can call anonymously to the tip line at 410-222-4700. An electric scooter is blamed for an apartment fire that occurred at 235 Farragut Court in Annapolis on Sunday. The fire started at approximately 1:20 p.m., causing an estimated $10,000 in damage, but resulted in no injuries. Firefighters from the Annapolis Fire Department, with assistance from Anne Arundel County Fire Department and Naval District Washington Fire Department, responded to the scene. The blaze was contained within the apartment's living room and brought under control within about 10 minutes. It did originate from an electric scooter's lithium-ion battery. The incident displaced 4 individuals who are currently receiving assistance. Authorities do remind the public of the potential hazards associated with lithium-ion batteries and advise proper handling and charging and disposal. And continuing the bad news, the Maryland State Police are investigating a fatal pedestrian crash that occurred early yesterday morning, July 1st, on U.S. Route 50 in Davidsonville. The crash happened around 4:30 a.m. west of Maryland 424. A pedestrian whose identity is still being withheld pending next of kin notification was pronounced dead at the scene. Troopers responded to a report of an inoperable vehicle stopped on the roadway and found the vehicle on the right shoulder near the crash site. Preliminary investigation indicates that the pedestrian crossed from the westbound to the eastbound span of Route 50 for unknown reasons and was struck by an eastbound Lexus. The driver of the involved Lexus did remain on the scene and cooperated with authorities. The Maryland State Police crash team is leading that investigation. With the Independence holiday coming up, here are some great places to see some fireworks and celebrate in the area. Before the city of Annapolis actually kicks off the celebrations, historic Annapolis will once again host my favorite event of the year. It's a naturalization ceremony for several dozen new citizens at the William Peka House. It's free. It gets underway at 9 a.m. And really, if you can get up and get out there, definitely see this. There's something very special about new citizens taking the oath of citizenship at the Peka House on the 4th of July. Speaking of the 4th of July, here in the city of Annapolis, the parade begins at Amos Garrett Boulevard and West Street at 6:30 p.m. That's a little bit later start than normal. Fireworks will start around 9:15 down at the harbor. They'll be fired off from a barge. Be viewable from public spaces including the northeast area of the Severn River, City Dock along the Naval Academy Bridge. Spot Creek Bridge will be closed from 6 to 10 p.m. If you have a friend that lives up in Sherwood Forest, they have a great fireworks. That goes underway at July 3rd, about 9 p.m. Again, Sherwood Forest is a private community. They have a great show right there over the river, so go find a friend that lives in Sherwood. Up in Glen Burnie, also on July 3rd at 9 p.m., the Glen Burnie Improvement Association's fireworks display will start at sunset at Sawmill Creek Park off of Dorsey Road. That's right there by the Airport Observation Park. And I had just heard a tip that industrial park that's just north of the Airport Observation Park is a really good place to see these. If you want to venture up to Baltimore, the Inner Harbor has a celebration going all day on July 4th, 8:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. It's a full day of activities. It begins with the American Visionary Art Museum's Pet Parade at 8:30 a.m. Includes a red, white, and blue picnic at the West Shore Park, live music at the Inner Harbor Amphitheater, and the BSO performance at Rashfield Park. Fireworks and a drone show start at 9:30 p.m. Fireworks can also be seen from the Baltimore Museum of Industry's waterfront for $100 per vehicle. Over in Cherry Hill, the Cherry Hill Arts and Music Waterfront Festival gets underway July 4th, 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. It's going to be held at Middle Branch Park. The festival includes arts and crafts and performances from Sister Carol and Dea Davenport, Navasha Daya, Mighty Mark, and Infusion. Attendees can view the city skyline and the fireworks from that waterfront park as well. And again, many thanks to all who continue to sign up for our daily news recap. If you're not receiving it, you're missing out. And there is a link right here in the show notes for you. And feel free to forward it to your friends, family, and colleagues. Remember, it's free, it's short and sweet, and comes to your email inbox every day at 7 p.m., all without any pesky paywalls. And as we start to close, today is Ticket Tuesday. And today, from Ram's Head on Stage, I have tickets to see a few tribute bands this week. Friday night, it is Gratitude, a tribute to Earth, Wind, and Fire. That will be a great show. And on Sunday, The Gathering Storm, which is The Cure tribute. If you want them, get in touch with me. They may be yours. And of course, you want to check out ramsheadonstage.com for some amazing shows that are coming up real soon. Good luck. Lots of great music on the horizon. All right, that's a wrap. But first, a quick thank you to you for listening and sharing and letting all your friends and colleagues know about us, and to our sponsors for the Daily News Brief, Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Solar Energy Services, and Hospice of the Chesapeake. So now, just hang tight because we have George Young from DCMD VA Weather standing by with the only locally forecasted weather report you'll need. All of that's coming up for you in just a bit.
Have you ever had to wait to get an appointment at the Apple Store? Skip the wait and the line at the mall by visiting Mac Medics in Severna Park or Lanham, where appointments are not necessary. Mac Medics is an Apple-authorized service provider. Mac Medics services all Apple devices, including broken iPhone screens and batteries, and all without an appointment. Most iPhone repairs are complete the same day and usually within a few hours. Mac Medics is also an Apple-authorized reseller and sell Apple products at the same price as the Apple Store. Visit Mac Medics in Severna Park or Lanham for Apple-authorized sales and service and shop local. Don't wait for help. Call Mac Medics at 410-757-MAX, which is 410-757-6227. It's 410-757-6227. Or visit them online at macmedics.com. When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMD VA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMD VA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMD VA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Tuesday, July 2nd. Yesterday was awesome out across the Annapolis region, and today and tomorrow will be fairly nice as well before heat and humidity and the next chance for showers and storms returns starting Thursday. Look for mostly sunny skies today and Wednesday with highs in the mid to maybe upper 80s each day, followed by low to mid 90s each day, July 4th, Thursday through Sunday, with a chance for showers and storms returning Thursday and lasting each day through Saturday, with sunshine then possibly returning to close out the long holiday weekend. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMD VA Weather. Make it a great day and stay healthy and be safe, and be sure to follow DCMD VA Weather on Facebook and X for weather updates each day, along with the website at dcmdvaweather.info, so you can always stay weather informed.
Coping with advanced illness can be overwhelming, and determining the best options for a loved one isn't always so easy. But here at Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, we want you to know you do have a choice. You can choose exactly who provides the care and the type of care you receive, and it's your decision when and where your loved one receives that care. We have served our community, family, and friends for over 40 years. We are there when you need us. Learn how we can help at hospicechesapeake.org.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Is all this talk of inflation making you uneasy? Me too, especially the uncertainty. How bad will it eat into my future purchasing power? Well, don't feel helpless because solar energy can give you some financial control. By installing and owning your solar system, you can lock out electricity cost inflation by locking in your electricity price for more than 25 years. Many of our inflation-fighting clean energy systems offset 100% of the annual electricity demands. Customers frequently add electric vehicle charging and backup batteries to their solar projects, providing them inexpensive auto fuel and additional energy security for the home. Freeze energy inflation in its tracks by committing to affordable, clean solar energy. Call us today at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net. But don't wait another minute. Sunshine's a wasted.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.